Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and we got Doug in the house, and we are on air. We are actually trying to finish this project up. We have the garnish moldings right here. We did them yesterday. If you want to take a look, Jolene just did them this morning. We did no filler work on the garnish moldings. No filler work. We just ground them off, and we used some paint. We have some Metal Pro Napa paint, one step, just put it on direct to metal. Then we have some brown, we had some brown trim clad, we had some black left over. This is the new green that we got for the car. But basically, these are the garnish moldings that have not been filled out. They've just been painted. Jolene just took a little bit of paint, rubbed it on with the fingers, and I think it looks fine. We're not going there on this one. We want the patina look on this car. Garnish moldings are looking good. We've got the wood in the back. What happened is we took some stain, a walnut stain, and we stained it. And then I took some paint and painted and give a little bit of a brown tinge to it. Basically, what I'm going to show you what happened. This is what it looked like in the back. This is the brown stain that I guess it's called. What's it called? Espresso. An espresso stain. Just put it on the boards. It really darkened it up a lot. We sort of want to match the dash in a little bit. So what happened is, I'll show you. First, we're going to throw a little bit of rock guard on the floor, just because it makes it look better and cover it up a little bit and give it a little bit more protection. We're not restoring the car. We're trying to keep everything that it has, but yet make it look the way we want it to look. So what I've been doing is, I'm just going around spraying some rock guard on it just to make it look a little bit better. No harm, no foul. This car was a good old car. And it still is. And a baby. And it still is. So we went through some of the goodies that we have. And we do have a piece of rubber that goes on the floor, which is pretty cool. We'll end up putting that in, but we'll have to let the rock guard dry first. Thanks everybody for coming back. Appreciate it. We appreciate it. Doug has just finished painting the back with the stain. Put it on with a brush, put it on good and heavy. Just wanted to get it on there. Didn't know if we liked it at first, and we did not like it at first, but then we got playing around with it, and we rubbed some brown paint on it. It seemed to look fine. So we'll do it right in front of your eyes, show you what we're doing. We're trying to get it back together and get it painted is what we're trying to do. Or get it dealt with. How's that? If you're interested in making your ride look real good in a hurry, anything underneath, black it out with the rock guard or your floor, looks awesome. I think it does. Go to the other side, sink some more on. Doug's just wiping off the black marker underneath of the trunk lid right at the present moment. That stuff's got to be wiped off. Put a little black on the shifter there, make it look better when it comes up through. I'm going to black out the pedals too. We have a rubber piece over here laying on the floor. It's a rubber mat that goes in there. It is probably the original mat. It's a little ripped up, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, but we're going to make it look good. What I'm going to do is, this is what I'm going to do. You can see I painted around that shifter a little bit with a little bit of rock guard. And I'm going to paint that gas pedal. Brake pedal. No harm, no foul. Just put a little color on it. So when we put the mat through, it'll show up just a little bit nicer. Not putting a whole bunch on so you could never do anything with it. Just changing color. And a little bit left. I'm going to sink it in here. I'm going to end up doing the back here in the rock guard after a bit, but I'm going to go in here and do the brown paint for you just so you can see what's going on. Get a light coat on this. I'm going to get up in there, that's the sad part. We'll end up blacking that out after, but I'm going to go in there and wipe that down and show you what we did to make it look the way we want it to look. But I'm going to use the rest of this rock art up, or I'm not going to get it out of the can. It's done. I'm going to let my dog in, and then I'll show you what we're going to do to the back. Come on in, Fiend. You're doing a fantastic job. You're doing a fantastic job. Jolene looks amazing this morning. Jolene has cleaned out the closet, and she's got 2 big bags of garbage that she threw out of her clothes. Now she's digging back into them, wearing them again. And that's the woman in her, what?
It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time, huh?
Fill that closet back up with all kinds of goodies.
I'm going to get a rag. I'm going to get a good rag. I should have walked right by them, should have got one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe the stain down on in the back, wipe it down, and try to get some access off. Just dry it up a little bit. Try to stay out of the rock art that is sprayed. You can see where it's wet there. Just going to take some of it off. You can see I'm taking some off. It's not just stain. And it's a real dark stain. It's kind of darker than I was expecting. But we went with it. And the reason being is we don't want to go back down the store and do that trick again. We don't want to do that. Sometimes you can take a lot of your time running back and forth and trying to get the right product for the right job. Sometimes what I do is just use what you got. And sometimes it prevails and sometimes it doesn't. Right now I'm just trying to get some access off. All right, we got some access off. Yeah, I'm going to put this right there. I've got a rag over here that I've got brown paint on, I think. Or I thought I had it over here. Right there. Now I'm going to take some of this brown paint. Just trying to give it that effect that the dash has. You look at the dash in this bad boy, the dash in this bad boy has got a, you know, I'm sure it looked a lot different when it was new, but we're just going to give it a little bit of a, I'm going to sit in that rock guard. Yeah.
Oh my God. What the hell?
I don't want to sit in that rock guard, but you know what? I'm going to sit down. Just kind of too light over there, didn't I? It's not a pleasant process of not getting dirty. It's not that, that's for sure. Sometimes the messier you do it, the better it looks. But Not saying this is the way it's supposed to do it, but this is the way we're doing it. Huh?
It looks pretty good though.
It's kind of giving it that effect that it could be a two-tone sort of deal thing going on. I have to get up. Remember, we got rock guards still to black all the metal out. Ooh. What a process. Yeah. Not sure if I can get out and do the raster. Probably can. I'm going to mix you up some green paint, Doug, and we'll start painting the insides of the doors. That looks pretty cool, don't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Huh? That looks cool.
You're on something there, man.
Well, we did what we had to do to make it look the way we wanted it to look.
You guys just itching to mix a bunch of paint up and stuff to make weird colors.
All right, so I could tell you a story about colors, but I'm not sure if I want to.
A decent one there, bud.
Thank you, Douglas.
It's got a little bit of thinner on it, not a lot.
What I'm going to do now is we got some green paint. It's not the color. I'm going to set these aside for a second. These are freshly painted. You cannot tell with the paint on there. We did not fill, we did not do anything, but you cannot tell that I welded that piece on there and made that along there, and you cannot tell in either one of them that's been painted and welded on there to make that work when we put that extra piece on.
Looks pretty good.
It does. Yeah. It really does. So now we're going to take a little bit of green paint. We're going to start painting the inside of the doors. And the reason being is we cannot put the garnish moldings on and do the outside until we paint. We want to put the garnish moldings on. We want to put the interior in, but we want to paint the top of the doors. We want to make that green in there. We do. And it does not have to be exactly what it has to be. The one thing I'm going to show you, even before we start doing this, as we're doing the wood and as we're doing the floor, when we start painting the green, you're going to say, oh my God, he's painting with a brush. Well, look, there's green paint here that they painted on with a brush. There's green paint here that was painted on with a brush.
Nice.
There's green paint on this side that they painted on with a brush.
This whole fender.
So in actual fact, someone painted it with a brush before we did. So that tells me that we bought the car. And Lindsay bought the car, so that tells me that we should be able to paint the stuff that we fixed with a brush. And it should not affect anything. But
I got no problem with it.
Good. Got the antenna on, got the window in, that's pulled back, got the center piece of chrome put on, did not show that yet. All right, let's rock and roll. Trying to really, put a footprint thing on this bad boy today. And what I mean by that is to get it done. What? Jolene tells me
Yeah,
I need a cup.
Get you a cup.
You gonna get me a cup?
Yeah, I'll get you a couple cups, man. Here,
Right.
I want a cup too.
I'm going to take some rocker guard and spray this rack in there and spray that black.
These are clean.
And spray that in there black. Don't matter. Let's do this. Man, that's pretty well the color, isn't it? Huh? It's pretty close, isn't it?
Christmas tree green. Isn't she?
Would I lighten it or darken it, sweetheart? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Darken it.
Yeah, darken it.
Let's roll black. We don't want to give them too much.
Ooh.
Is that a color a little dark? What do you think, Doug? Come on.
That doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go with that.
We're going to dish the same can here.
You're going to, I don't know if you want a bigger brush or a smaller brush, Doug, but I don't want it on the dash.
I don't blame you.
I'd like it, wherever the body fill is where I'd like it, and where the bare metal is on the door would be great. You got a smaller brush we heard, or do we got a, what do you think? Here you go.
You, man.
I'm going to try it if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Ugh. Just so you can see through it. I guess I want a thin coat, Doug. And I don't care if you can see through it or not. I don't want to cover it all up in one coat. And the reason being is because this paint will, no doubt in my mind, should be darker, shouldn't it? Darker. Let's try that back. See anybody? That's the color there, ain't it? Better, she says. We'll put one thin coat on it, Doug, and then we'll come back and see. I don't care if you see through it or not, because you know what's going to happen.
Yep.
And try not to get any paint anywheres. I don't know how that happens, but I'm going to spray the back in rock guard. We're letting that dry for a minute so we can put the mat in there. We'll spray a little rock guard in this back here. Just going for it. That looks good. It looks like a good old barn. It looks good in there, I think. This is underneath of the ramp. The ramp's right there. The ramp still has to be done. The ramp still has to be done. I'm going to go in and paint my way out. Trying to make it look better. And that we are. No taping required. piece that we put in the center. There was a hump there that housed, or it's just a housing for the rear end when it comes up. And we are probably about 5 or 6 inches away from that piece. Hard to believe, but you look at that piece, you can barely tell we put that piece in there and just spotted around the edges. Clean her up a little bit in case we ever take out the ramp. We do not have to take out the ramp on this for the trunk lid to close. We do not have to do that, and the reason being is we've made it so that the trunk lid closes and houses the ramp, so it never has to come out. You don't have to see this. We're just putting this on because the ramp is out. We want to clean it up the best we can for what we're doing. Trying to get her done. Trying to get her done. Just blacken it out, make it look good. Ooh, look at the green paint. Man, you're doing a good paint job, Doug.
I love painting cars with brushes.
Do you?
I do.
Man, you get her on. Don't get her on too thick, old buddy.
You got the paint quite thick, man.
Oh, is that what it is?
When you mix a lot of black with it, it's quite thick now. So I was just trying to cover, and it's covering thick.
I'm going to put a little tape on things. That looks good. Just as long as it's not, well, I suppose, if you get a run in it, it is what it is. If you wanted to come down just a little bit on that stuff there, a little bit of metal thrown there, yeah. Any bare metal, you might as well give it a swipe.
Yeah, that's right.
Need some tape. Just going to tape up the back here. As you can see, she's full on getting her done, basically, is what we're doing, just kind of going for it. Just going for it. Might slow my wheels down, but that's okay.
Going on green.
Good. Man, that thing's hot. That's good. Wow, that is good and dark, isn't it? Doug.
Yes, sir.
You want to come back on? Yeah, you'll get that one done, but just do the... You don't, go ahead, do the post on that side, and I'll do the post on that side. Looking good. Looking good. Man, you can't even tell it. Yes, it looks so good. I'm just going to leave this rock guard here for now. I probably could put more on, I suppose. It's hard to leave this rock guard and let it set, because what happens is it don't want to work the next time you go to use it. Doesn't it, Doug?
No, it does not at all.
I'll just use her out and put it in there, I guess.
For the price that you pay for it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, but that's another can, probably. Like I said, if I let this can set, sometimes you don't know if it's going to take off and work or not. You know what I mean?
Take the tip off it and throw it in some thinner.
Yeah. Might blow out the can.
Better your chances a bit.
Okay, we'll leave that there for now. That looks good. That paint is a little dark, isn't it? But it's inside the doors. It is a little dark, isn't it, baby? That's fine. I'm thinking. Next coat can be a little lighter. Do I want to stain that wood? I gotta sand that wood first. Is this dry in here? Nope. Not quite. Not ready yet. Not ready. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix up some paint. This way. Boy, that is some dark, isn't it?
It'll change color once it...
What?
Change color a bit once it dries, you think?
I have black paint in there. Big goob of black paint.
Yeah.
I don't think it will. I'm not sure what it'll do, to be honest with you. It's a little too dark though, isn't it? It's a little too dark. That's where all the chunkies are coming from. The black paint. Whew, almost made her black. See what happens. Looks like the color a little better. Huh? Looks like a better color to me. I need another paintbrush. Any more small paintbrushes around or where? I want that paintbrush there, but see what happens. So we'll get all the inside stuff done, and then we'll I think that's a better match, isn't it? I sent Doug out on the... If I can't do the double up on the door. See if it lightens it up at all. Oh yeah, that's better. It's way better. Yeah, way better, isn't it? In there, cooking with gas now. So that's what's going to happen there. I'm going to do, Doug's doing the first coat. I'm doing the second coat.
Pillar?
That's a damn near match there. That's better, isn't it, baby?
Paint this pillar here too, man? Up here?
Just put one thin coat on, okay, Doug?
Okay, bud.
Okay, bud. Doug's had lots of practice doing the poles. And I'm liking this paint because it dries fast. That's why I'm liking it. That's basically why I'm going to it, because it dries fast. Yeah. So when we'll probably do this bit here, and when we start painting the outside, old Jolene's getting involved because I can see her chomping at the bit for the brush. Give me that brush. I can brush it and paint it better than you can. Huh? Yeah, a little bit of filler up there. Now, once that dries, which is going to dry very quick, we'll be able to get the garnish moldings on, get the windows shut, or the doors shut, the windows shut, get the doors shut, and then we can continue on. I'm coming over your side, Doug. You see how dark that is? That's not what.
Fancy.
What?
It looks fancy.
Looks good, don't it?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Not bad at all.
Not bad. Like it changes the color.
Yeah.
I'll mix you up some new color there, Doug. Keep painting.
This one's a little too dark for you.
It is a little dark, yeah.
And what'd you go with? Just the green out of the can?
No, I just put a little less black in it, that's all.
Less black. That's quite the green.
You got lumps in her and everything. You got the black paint that got lumps in her, making her look authentic.
Chunky paint job.
Huh?
The chunky paint job.
Do you dump a little more green paint in yours, Doug?
No, I can though if you want to.
So when we put the garnish moldings on, we don't have to get back in there. Can't see, but I guess it doesn't matter if I can see or not. That light sure does help, doesn't it?
How shiny that is. Wow.
Huh?
Nice and shiny.
Nice and shiny. Alrighty. You get that paint in there. You got dark paint, Doug? You going with that dark paint?
Yeah. Just a little bits off my brush here.
Get off that.
Yeah, I know, right? Just good little spots. Tap, 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 tap.
All right. Let's lighten your paint up a little bit. I'm thinking that that's done for the inside the doors. That is not dry yet. I don't know if it's ever going to be dry. I'm thinking that the inside of the I can't tell, and it doesn't really much matter, to be honest with you. Alrighty, we got the inside of the doors painted up around the edges there. That's fine. We've got the wood made the color that we want to get. That is looking good. I like it a lot better than the blonde. Mm-hmm. Although John Lean's a blonde, and I'd hate. I'm thinking this looks a little bit better than the blonde wood. Is putting the black on it and then putting the brown paint on it. Kind of gives it that rustic look, in my opinion. Now we're going to just hold up for a little bit. Actually, I see some paint here that I would like to touch with that. We have a matte. We can throw that. This is my paint here.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah. We can throw that matte in, Doug. I guess. Why not? It might be a little bit sticky or whatever, but we'll try to put it in.
All right.
All right, you're gonna go on. You want to go on your side? This mat was in a. I'll pass it over to you.
Okay, buddy.
This mat was in a garbage bag when we got the car, and I just pulled it out and we found it. And now we're going to put it in because it looks good. Top of the shifter. Right. Now, let's see what we can do here. I don't know, the rocker, it might be a little bit damp, but I'm going to grab that one. Gas pedal. There's a hole for that. That now, would you? You're allowed to peel your black paint up, or your tape off if you want to. Kind of a nice. That goes underneath that, does it not? Try to slide underneath that chrome piece if we can. Yep. I just put a little black around that shifter to look a little better. Kind of gives it just a little better look, does it not? We still got to put our seat in. That paint won't be long. It should be dry. That paint is basically dry. Let's put on a couple. Let's put on the door skin, Doug. Let's put a door skin on one side. Let's put a door skin on this side because this door was painted first. We'll put this one on. We're not going to put all the window winders up and the door handles off because they were quite a hassle to get them off, and whoever was watching Nathan pull them off and take them off for the very first time, man, he pulled that off quick. To be honest with you, to pull that off and get them pins out on camera in the short amount of time that he did, wow, it's quite something else, in my opinion. Just like the window the other day, you know, as we're standing there trying to put that window in there, no one has no idea the pins and how hard it would be to get the pins in that window unless they were doing it. All right, Douglas, what do we got going on here? Is this thing fancy looking or
Same clips as the chrome.
All right.
Just push into the circles there.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
Just more or less try to get one lined up on the corner, maybe. I think that one lined up. That one's good. Get that one lined up. I need a pair of pliers, probably. There you go. Just gotta get a pair of needle nose pliers. If you can get them shoved in, that you're more than here, Doug. Here, Doug. If you need a pair of pliers.
Yes.
Remember, we're trying to keep this car as original as possible. Hey, take the head off somebody. There you go. There you go. Come on up there. True life struggle. Go in.
Yep. Yep.
I just gotta get the bottom ones.
I like these old clips a lot better than these plastic new things they got. That's for sure.
Can you get the ones along the bottom, Doug? Or
Yeah, sure.
let me see if they're. You have to lay down, I guess. I just want to get them in the hole so they're. The screw hole there, I guess. Some stuff that's probably. Are you making it down there?
Yep. That one's in. Just needs to be pushed.
Just needs to be pushed. Yeah, that's got it?
That's got those two.
All right.
There's only a couple more here, man.
Let's do a garnish molding then. Wow. It's amazing how fast that's dry.
You saw me with that, like, this thing.
I thought you were just rubbing my leg. No. Oh no, Dad.
You're all excited. I'm here. Control him, Jolene.
That's basically what you got to do to get the bottom of the thing. You got to get down on the ground and you got to get down.
Get down,
like Joe said, get down.
Get down.
Yeah.
That's what James Brown said.
What's that, buddy?
That's what James Brown said.
Got a little ear plug in the hole for the seat, so it did not get rock guard in it. Just a little tricky poo-poo, I guess. That looks a lot nicer in there, does it not? And just putting a little black. I mean, I know it's kind of superficial, but for me to put the black on top of that shifter and on top of that gas pedal, just blackens it out, makes it look a little bit better, that's all. You know, it's not doing anything, but it did make the shifter come up through that hole look a little bit better. We still have to deal with the ramp, that's fine. That ramp can be dealt with anytime. I'm going to get the other doors in, we'll start putting that one on.
That one was not going to go in, but...
How you making it out, Doug?
That one there is not going to go in.
Not making you happy?
Yeah, there was one that was bent out of shape and it's not going to run into the holes correctly.
It's not going to run into the hole?
No, it's just too spread far. So you should have...
Can you pry it together?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, bud.
Oh, okay. As soon as he's done that one, I'll get him forward and help me on this one.
Oh, yes.
I want you to focus in on Doug's face while he's trying to concentrate.
I'll make funny faces. Mr. Funny Faces.
That looks better already, you know, blacked out with the cut. Wow. You come over and help me with this one. We'll get that one in a second.
Oh, sorry, man. I didn't know you were waiting on it.
No worries. No.
It's all good.
Waiting, just
Sorry,
doing.
Let's check all these clips out, see if they're not spread too far apart. So they'll actually go into their holes, man. Run into what I'm into now.
How old are they? That's what tells you, you know.
Yeah, they look good.
Thing going good on this side. And that's the point right there where you start beating them in and you haven't got it lined up. That's where it becomes a problem.
Yeah, you got to poke them in the hole before you give them a punch. Sometimes you got to poke a couple at a time in.
See what you got at the bottom of this one, Doug. And you're sweeping the floor off.
Yeah,
Doug don't like me blowing boogers on the floor. He said he keeps laying in them. I've got nothing to say.
Everybody's done that in every shop I've ever worked in. Snotted and spit it all over the floor, and it's disgusting. I don't want to roll around in it.
Come on. We've got paint sitting right here, that's fine, everything's going good. Now, I'm going to put a garnish molding on if I can. This is the one. I need these pieces. There's the pieces here that go in here. Stuck them over here yesterday. Okay, so I'm just going to clean that off, put the tape on that, hold that in there. How'd that go? And then go, Doug.
Awesome.
That one went.
Yeah.
That's a good one then.
I like those clips so much better. Anything new? Way better, way better. Yeah, piece of piss.
Piece of piss, he says. Jam a piece of tape on there, hold it in place. It's not a pretty piece of tape, but it's underneath, so it doesn't really much matter. Okay. No filler work on these whatsoever. Just weld it and put it together. Fantastic. Here, Doug, I'm going to step over you a little bit, old buddy. Hold that door in. I'm not sure what I got going on here, to be honest with you, but nope.
You said it fits better than a glove?
No, I had a hard time getting it.
It sounded like you had a hard time getting it out.
I did. Ooh. I'm having a hard time getting it back in here. I've got stuff all over me is what I got. I got a screw I got to put in that. That way there. Ooh, that's why they line up.
I'm holding it in on the bottom here too, so it doesn't come up.
That's fine. I'm going to put a couple screws over here. I didn't draw all the holes for it yet. lined right up, that is. Hey, that now, would you? This door, if you remember right, there was a piece on the top of the door. There was a piece of material that went all the way around the top of the door on these. And now, can you hold that top in, Doug? I screwed a hole in this yesterday. Good. Now we just have to come along and do the rest of them. It almost makes it look like it's finished, don't it? What, green paint in the top? Man. You don't realize how, when you're putting this stuff on, or you're doing, that one going in there, Doug?
Yeah, there's...
When you're doing these garnishments, you don't realize how much space it needs. You can see how much it's pushing out on that. And before, you could not tell because I was just trying to make it fit. Now, all right, Doug, I'm going to want you to come up here and pry that ahead. I'm going to put a couple holes in that garnish molding. That looks absolutely fantastic. Come back and take a look at that, sweetheart. To me, to have the garnish molding with the green paint looking good. Nothing's been, well, it's been filled a little bit, I guess, in the seam, but nothing's been filled on the garnish moldings. Nothing's been done to the door skin. I think it looks old and cool. That's what I think. The drill and a drill bit. You want to run me over that black cord from the other side, please, Doug, and thank you. That's Doug's name. Please, Doug, and thank you. Back to my arch enemy, the drill. Yeah. The arch enemy, the drill. You can get too big of a drill going on. I thought I had a drill bit in it yesterday, but I must have took it out.
It did. I had a little tiny short one.
Where's that at? You know?
I left it in it. So I don't know where it went.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I guess. Do. Yeah. I don't know what to do. Yes, I do. Put a drill bit in it. Put this in it. I'm going to get you to pull this side here, Doug. See, we pull that just quite a ways there. You pull this in right here. I'm going to drill. See your hole right here. I'm going to drill right there. Come take a look here. See how it's. Come look up the top here with me. See how it's quite a ways out.
It is. Yes.
I want you to pull that in. And I don't want to drill your fingers, but I will if I have to.
It's okay. It's all good.
Wow. Did that go through, did it? It's hard to believe, isn't it? Let's see if I can get a screw in it. Oh yeah. Yeah, see what's going on now? That hole is so small. But once I get the screw through.
Yeah, it's a 1/8 hole. It'll be tight.
Huh? All right, let's go. Cool. We got her. You're the champion, Doug. You're the champion. Sweet. You're going nowhere. We've got one more hole to drill there. I got the one in the middle. Can you pull this tight too, Doug?
Sure can.
Pull. Yeah. Got it. I just want to get the drill bit.
Am I in the way here? Am I? No.
I put the other drill bit through. I'm afraid it'd be too big. You hear that going? You hear, Doug? Let's push that tight. I don't want the Hulk to come out in you or anything, but
That'd be cool.
if you turn into the Hulk.
Yeah, sure. Like a little miniature Hulk, little Hobbit Hulk.
Hobbit Hulk. I just don't want to slip and put a flathead screwdriver in you.
I'll live.
You'll live?
Damn right.
You won't think so if I get it into you. Anyway, just drilling a small hole, that's all for what we're doing. You want to pull that tight, Doug. Push that tight for you. There we go, buddy. Now we're talking with Dad, yeah.
My hands keep sticking to it.
That's all right.
Your paint.
That's good. All the holes are in it. All the holes are drilled. It's all staying on there. Door skin's on. Not putting the handles on yet, and the reason being is we haven't got the windows yet. If we want to pull that off, it's no problem. Just 5 screws, pull this off, then we'll deal with the windows. But we haven't got the windows right at the present second, so that's what we're doing. I want to go look at from the other side, actually. Just want to back up and take a look for a second. Cool. And that there, that's fine. It is what it is. Kind of get some of that sheen off, it would be nice, actually.
Some dirty fingerprints all over it, do we, eh?
Great.
Yeah, it's got my fingerprints on it. Oh no.
Just want to go to the other side and take a look. See the dirt fall there? Yeah, I'm going to get a light so Jolene can get a view of that so you can see what it looks like. Yeah, see, you got the door looks in there, it looks good. Looks good and clean. It actually looks cleaner than when we bought it. Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
What's that, sweetheart? Alrighty, everybody, thanks for coming back. That's what we're doing. We're thrashing on it right at the present moment. We're thrashing on it at the present moment, trying to get it put back together. We want to thank everybody for coming back. We want to thank everybody for the great comments. We've got a little more green paint to throw on it. The other door, gonna get a seat in it. You come back tomorrow and we'll be here. Maybe you'll get to see Jolene do a little painting.